Last time on Tales of Zestiria.
Oh, my dearest, your sweet words are succor to my tired limbs.
Sow the seeds of love and they will bloom no matter how arid the terrain.
The guards are standing like, Sir, do you actually believe this shit? Do you not see how bad his acting is? Like, shut up, you don't understand love like I do. Sir, are you crying? I am not crying.
Hey guys, Raiden here, and welcome back to Tales of Zestiria. So, a lot of things have happened between these episodes. First of all, I didn't realize how much stuff I missed. Holy crap. Seriously, we went to that one cutscene that put me forward, like, it put me past the save point that I didn't see. And then as soon as we got into the gate, it put me past another save point I didn't see, and there's just save points everywhere that I just didn't see. Also, there's a few, points of interest, which I'm probably gonna miss one because I can't see comment section right now because there's no internet, because I've been having that trouble for the past few days. I found this one while I was out and about. I also changed his outfit, if you haven't noticed. I kind of figured since we're in incognito mode and we don't want anyone to know who we are, I just dressed him up like Virgil, even though this is some other guy's outfit that I have never heard of. But he looks rad right now, say that. Also, this is probably the most screamed at comment I have ever gotten. Like, no one has repeated something this much since Use the Lagoos. It's inefficient. It's the fact that, I must have gotten at least 10 different comments on this, but it's the fact that Rose, I guess, is supposed to be the supposed offspring, or is at least implied to be the offspring of Rokurou and Eleanor. So, that's interesting. I didn't really think about that or think how she kind of worked, and now I look at her and I kind of go, yeah, I kind of get it. Because if you notice, she uses the dual dagger style just like Rokurou does. She has a lot of similar features to Eleanor, as well as the fact that apparently her mystic art that I performed last episode in Japanese has a very similar name to one of Rokurou's mystic arts. So that's really cool. I like the fact that they implied that. I'm not sure if that's the canon or just implications or whatnot, but still, it's pretty cool, and I think it's neat. Because I could definitely see that happening. They kind of had like a vibe going. I wouldn't say that it was like blatant, like, oh yeah, these two need to be together always. But like, they had some chemistry going on in Berseria. Anyways, let's get started with this skit. Wait, this isn't even the point I found earlier. I walked by another one in the forest. I'm never gonna find it.
Whoa, it's freaking huge!
I swear to God, if they go into Rhino-Stagros right now, I'm gonna lose it.
Aha! A Rolance Atlas beetle!
Oh yeah? I never saw one at Elysia! That's the coolest thing ever!
And it's thanks to folks like you that you can unload these for a hefty sum.
Nope. Wrong.
Huh?
I knew this was coming.
Is a Volgran stag.
Oh, a stag beetle!
Oh, well, they're pretty much the same thing, right? They both have horns.
Completely different. Atlas beetles have horns, but stag beetles have prominent mandibles instead.
Duh!
Wow, Dezel, you know so much.
Just common sense.
So they're different body parts, but are they used the same?
They're both used for wrestling, but the stag beetle also uses its mandibles to hide under dead logs and in muck.
Got it. Related but separate tools.
Right. Like a butter knife and a shiv. They look similar, but only one'll go clean through the ribs.
Oh, I don't...
Not my area of expertise.
You two. Why do I even bother?
Oh, I'm glad. I didn't know that was a joke that they brought from Zestiria. There's so many things in Berseria that I had no clue came from this game because of the opposite order I played it in. Like, I thought they were just jokes for that game. So that explains, well, mainly Rokurou and Aizen being who they are, but it still explains their yelling match over what the Rhino-Stagros is. Anyways, I'm sure there's another place out here, but I've looked forever and I can't find it, so... See, I didn't miss any skits, hopefully. People are freaking out because I think you missed like a billion skits, but I haven't yet because I haven't gotten that far.
If I make the oath, will I get power like Lila's?
Don't even think about it. That oath is way more trouble than it's worth. Work on honing the strength you already have instead of relying on that mumbo-jumbo, and you'll develop special skills all your own.
You mean you've got your own skills?
You bet I do.
Yeah? Like what? Show me.
You sure you're ready? I'm impressed. Didn't think you had it in you to act like a grown-up for once.
You're getting weird.
You sure you want to see it? I don't normally show it to just anyone, but for you, I just might make an exception.
Never mind. Forget I asked.
Heh. It must get lonely, being Mickleo. Mickly only.
Honing the strength I already have.
I can't tell if that was supposed to be, like, weirdly suggestive or not.
Wilkus Wilk. Hey, Saray, what does my true name mean?
Oh, it means rose is rose.
Rose is Rose. Isn't that kind of lazy?
Is it? I mean, I made it on a whim, but I thought it seemed fitting.
Destiny is destiny.
It was an urgent situation, after all. But Princess Alicia used to be a squire, right? What was her true name?
Melphis Amechia. It means Alicia the Smiling.
Oh, I see. So it's not lazy. You're just being biased.
Huh? How?
My smile is pretty gorgeous too, you know.
Quit it, Rose. You're scaring me.
Rose, that's just how Saray is. Yeah, I know. Maybe his name should mean Saray is Saray.
I don't think he's on the creative side, really, is he? Also, you guys were telling me to go into the inn and get some skits I missed or something like that. I already rested at the inn, I just didn't show it because absolutely nothing happened. Why is it happening now?
Water,
What the hell?
Pierce my enemies. Sharp ice. Crack and scatter. If I can just exert control over the diffusion here. Couldn't quite suppress it enough. But I'm starting to get the feel for it, at least.
Hang in there, buddy.
That was it? He was just practicing some skills? I'd laugh if he was actually just making more ice cream. And he's like, I have to get this just right. And he unlocks a mystic art where he just makes, like, sherbet or something. So he's like, Mickleo, how about you show us that secret move you've all been working on to save our lives? And he just makes ice cream. The one thing I never kind of got, and they do this in a lot of other Tales games when they talk about how they work and how their moves work and how they train and hone them. In Berseria and Zestiria, they don't really talk about it. Like, they talk about arts like they're a thing and they've always been there because they are in literally almost every Tales game, I believe. But they don't really talk about how they work. They're just like, yep, I'm a Seraph, I have magical powers. It's like, yep, that's it. That's all there is.
Boy, I gotta say, that improv act during the inspection sure was a hoot.
Yeah, Lila in particular was getting way into it.
To tell you the truth, I've always loved performances like that. I've been wanting to try one out my whole life.
I gotta say, that was pretty sweet. Coming up with those ridiculous lines on the fly.
We Seraphim have way more experience than you folks.
Now that you mention it, that's right. A Seraph's age basically has nothing to do with their appearance.
How old are you actually, Lila?
I'd like to know that too.
I feel like she must be older than me.
That's classified.
I guess your ad-libbing prowess only applies in certain situations.
I was wondering that too, like, how old actually is Edna? Because she looks like a child. That's what I assumed, is she's just a child, but she must be, like, the Seraph equivalent of, like, I don't know, 100, 200 or something? Well, no, that's obviously wrong, because Eisen was talking about her 1,000 years ago. So that's obviously not right. So she's thousands of years old, at least. Neato. That must mean Lila must be, like, from the beginning of time itself. It's weird. Like, Seraph ages are never fully disclosed. You're just supposed to kind of assume.
Rose? Oh, please excuse me. Is this better?
Yeah, much. So, what's up?
I just wanted to thank you properly. Thank you very much for saving Saray in the battle.
Oh, think nothing of it. It was a spur-of-the-moment kind of thing.
Maybe. But your courageous acts and spirit were very moving.
They were?
Hey,
Come on, show yourself! Now, what do you want?
I was just going to tell you not to overdo it with all the flattery. Also, sorry for surprising you.
Just don't do it again!
I apologize too soon.
That was even fiercer than when we saw her in battle.
Detzel's just trying to take in all the social cues, like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I would like to see him, like, flipping through a book that's, like, how to talk to people. It's like, talk about something relatable. Just walks up to Edna, he's like, so Edna, how do you like dragons? Aren't they great? One thing I have noticed about Rose, and someone pointed it out, and they're like, her face looks kind of weird. And I actually kind of like that, because if you've noticed, I think it's the shape of her eyes, really. It's kind of hard to tell from here, but in Tales games, I'm not going to say no one has eyes like hers, but the way they're shaped, they're almost shaped kind of, I wouldn't say asymmetrically, but I'll just say oddly angled. Like, they aren't just generic anime eyes. And that actually makes her face stand out quite a bit, because her lips have, like, a curve to it, too. So she just has a different face. And then there's Dezel, who just has sharp teeth as his defining trait, aside from the fact that he has that weird steampunk outfit. But, you know, inside, aren't we all Dezel? Think about it. Okay, that is entirely not true, but still. By the way, why are there so many save points right next to each other? There's a save point outside the door, inside the door, and then right down the street? I feel like this is an excuse to load in more skits or something, but I really don't know why.
Vethmus Mioma, Losrov Roulette, Hefsim Yuland, Lukai Yerlin?
You okay?
Are you not feeling well?
Vethmus Mioma, Losrov Roulette, Hefsim Yuland, Lukai Yerlin. Vethmus Mioma, Losrov Roulette, Hefsim Yuland, Lukai Yerlin!
Whoa! What are you doing?
You tell me! When I formed the pact with Lila, she told me I had to remember those in like 3 seconds. And now I can't get them out of my head.
It was an emergency. I couldn't help it.
Lila can be pretty forceful sometimes.
I wish she were a ghost. She'd be less scary.
Wait, a ghost is less scary? How is she scary at all? She's like the friendliest thing in the whole party. I actually kind of like the fact that since we have one party member, although it's not always like... Actually, why is she following me? Like, she'll just randomly stop sometimes. I do like the fact that she actually follows me around. I don't know, it makes the party feel more alive. And I've always been a fan of every, like, Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest game that did that, where you can see your current party just trailing behind you. Seraphic arts. Most Seraphic arts have a higher art. If you learn, for instance, Freeze Lancer, the higher art of Twin Flow, you'll acquire the battle action charge cast. Wait, what? Okay, I kind of read that wrong. With this action, when you are charging a Seraphic art with X after casting it, press circle to instead start casting a higher art you've learned. In this way, you can adjust your art output based on the battle situation. After this, you can continue on even higher arts. So I've noticed that we do have one of those now. I'm trying to figure out which one it is, though. I would assume it was for Saray in his base form. Oh, a Seraphic art. That's why. Okay, that's why I'm tripping myself up here. It's talking about Seraph arts, not... Got it. That makes more sense now. I was like, where are they? And that's because I kind of forgot about the fact that Saray doesn't have any. Well, he has Bubble Arrow, but these are things that he only gets when he's armatized, so... Gotcha. Makes sense now. Man, this wind step or whatever it's called that Dezel gave us, it's just great. That's all it is great.
Here they are.
Thank you for the money and the ice pop. I'll make good use of both. Oh, hey, there's a Norman. Pleasure.
Got the equipment with open skills, I can make it nice and pretty.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Just throw your skills on this. Pleasure now serves the Lord of the Land. I haven't been able to open the Lord of the Land menu in a while.
Sorry about earlier. I didn't want you to have to see that. Things weren't quite as bad between the Knights and the Church when the Pope was still around.
The Pope?
Pope Macedra was a kind-hearted philanthropist, whom the former Emperor greatly trusted. Even the Knights would have gladly carried out any order he might give.
Wait, what do you mean was?
He went missing about a year ago. As if prepared for the confusion, Cardinal Fortin took the stage, and soon she had seized all political power.
So, you think the Cardinal had something to do with the Pope's disappearance?
Is there proof?
None. I had the combined powers of the entire Knight Squad on the case, but no clues turned up. But any knight who snooped around the Cardinal went missing. 18 of them in all.
Subtle.
I don't want to admit it, But in order to stand against the Cardinal, we need power that exceeds natural capabilities. Shepherd Saray, I know it is wrong of me to ask, but can you help seek out the true nature of the Cardinal?
The Cardinal resides at the church in Pendrago, right? I thought commoners weren't allowed inside.
It's true. I'll try to pull some strings on my end to get you permission to enter.
All right. We'll meet with the Cardinal.
Oh, frabjous day! I shall make the preparations immediately.
Wow, that was a change in tone.
Milady, please forgive me for dragging your husband into all of this.
Huh?
Let us reconvene at Pendrago. Once you've arrived, come to the Knight's Tower.
Oh, he doesn't think the husband part was a lie. He thinks that's the
He
truth.
seriously thinks you two are married?
By the way, I forgot to mention, I gave Mikleo Harry Potter glasses, and he actually kind of looks like an oddly colored Harry Potter now.
A weirdo.
But he's so pure.
His shoulder guard makes me
Pure
upset.
idiot.
Makes no sense. Anyways.
I can tell this is gonna be trouble.
But at least it's getting us inside the Shrine Church.
Right. While we're at it, we can probably tell the higher-ups in Rolance our side of the story.
Though something tells me those higher-ups are going to be the real problem.
Wait, isn't this that guy? Saray, how's the young lass treating you? She's got a fiery streak, but you won't find a more honest girl. Do be patient with her. But really, a shepherd and assassin's guild, I've never heard of such an eccentric collaboration. Can't say I'm not curious about to see what results. I'm very curious too, sir. Oh, hey, this lady. The old man up in the park, I hear he's only 40 years old. Apparently, it was some terrible event in his past that made him like that. What old man in the park? Where? I don't know where that is, but... whatever. Oh, so you're the shepherd, are you? I'm sorry to be impolite, young man, but I have a favor to ask you. The Seraph Syndra, who was the lord of the land for this town, ran away the other day. I'd be so grateful if you look for her for me. I'll do it myself, but there's so many Hellions about these days. She said she was going to the lake. I think she must have meant the subterranean lake in Cambria Caverns. It doesn't have to be immediately, just whenever you have time. I'd be so thankful.
It seems like the Guardian Seraph became a Hellion.
But why would it just up and leave like that?
It seems like that's a side quest, not even something I have to do. The ones who were killed were all devout followers of the church, and the way they died, oh, it's almost too dreadful for words. Their throats each one torn out, as if by some inhuman beast. Mark my words, the Seraphim have turned their backs on their town, or on our town, and we will pay the price.
A murder case, huh?
It's very disturbing, even in Rolance.
Sorry, by the way, if I seem very off today, my hearing has changed quite a bit. I don't know if it's gotten worse or what. Still to be determined, but it's just so off-putting. Very off-putting. So if I'm, listening to myself or stopping, it's just because the atmosphere to me is kind of weird right now, if that makes any sense.
So, how's it looking for the new hideout?
We're still looking into it. Mallory, the Patinal Forest, seems like it'd be an ideal place, though.
Perfect timing! We wanted to ask you about something, boss.
I figured you'd need me to come along.
It's not about the hideout. It's about our job as the Sparrow Feathers.
We can't decide on which product to purchase. Mabo buns or curry buns? Which do you like?
Why not both?
Mabo curry buns.
Oh my god.
That just your personal preference?
Nope, it's a rational decision I'm making as the boss of the Sparrow Feathers. This is just what the world needs. The sheer deliciousness that only this combination can bring.
Sounds kinda subjective to me.
Fine, we'll go with that.
You guys do all kinds of stuff.
That about sums up what we do. And we don't do jobs just for money.
I see.
That's why we make our actual living as merchants.
Well, mostly Agil does.
I'm the one who gives the okay on bringing out new products.
All right, we'll be going back now.
Boss, try and drop by the Forest of Mallory if you can. Everyone's already gone there.
Stop giving me side
Will
quests.
do. Take care, y'all.
I've never heard you say y'all before. Why are you saying it now?
I don't think any dogs have barked at me for a while now.
There's the reason why.
Is that Dezel? Looks like the dogs are flocking to him.
What? You want something?
No, I'm just a little surprised. You're okay with dogs?
Of course I am. Dogs are silent partners. You haven't given them enough of a chance to know better.
But dogs do bark.
They only bark because they can sense your anxiety and aren't sure where it's coming from.
In other words, it's because you're afraid of them in the first place.
Well, I'd argue that they bark at me first.
It's so hot again.
It truly is. I think I'm gonna get sunburned. Edna, do you use your umbrella for protection from the sun?
As you can see.
Do Seraphim get sunburned too? I guess it makes sense since Edna has really fair skin.
Edna's umbrella can be used to avoid the sunlight as well as rain. It can even be used to push back the Hellions.
Oh, wow! So it's like killing 3 birds with 1 stone.
Not quite. It's also her signature item, so it's more like killing 4 birds
Signature
with 1
item.
stone.
If that's true, then really it's like killing 5 birds with 1 stone since she has a cute mascot character attached to it.
And it's also something she can change depending on her mood, so that's actually 6.
I'm like Cinderella with an umbrella.
I must say, that was a good one.
Not to mention a lot of dead birds with 1 stone.
Oh my goodness. The fact that just the fact that these characters all find Lila's jokes, or I shouldn't say these characters, that Lila finds Lila's jokes funny, just never gets old. Margaret, that ghastly little demon child, do you realize she's been saying that there are no Seraphim in the sanctuary? Such needs to teach her what happens to those who spout such vile blasphemy. What demon child? What are you talking about? I have talked to demon children. That makes 3. Gives me the shivers, the serial killer in our midst, and they're no closer to catching the culprit. The only clue so far is that the murders always occur on a moonlit night. On a moonlit night? So pretty much always? I mean, I know what you mean, but it's kind of vague. Like, that's a super weird thing for a murderer to have. It's like, his thing is he only murders at this time. And it's like, what time is that? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So all the time? He only murders people when they're outside. Oh, good. That narrows down our suspects.
This town's just bursting with sinister rumors, isn't it?
Yeah. No wonder they call it the Age of Chaos.
And a lot of them sure sound like the work of Hellions.
If you're interested, why don't we investigate?
But we have someplace to be already.
Taking a little side trek isn't gonna kill us. It's not like we promised a specific time frame or anything.
I'm with Rose.
Me too. It's a good opportunity. Why squander it?
Because XP doesn't matter.
Fair point. All right, let's do it. No regrets.
Except the regret of getting involved.
No, seriously, between episodes, and it's not even just because it's hard. I actually went to normal for a sec to check what the XP difference was, and it's so hard in this game to actually grind for experience. It really makes me wonder with challenges not like these, but like the super bosses like Phoenix, for those people who like grind all the way up to level 99 to actually be able to combat Phoenix with perfect gear and perfect anti-ailment resistances, how they even do that. Because in Berseria, maybe it's because I didn't get to the super endgame dungeon or whatever, but in Berseria, I had a hard time even getting near level 70, I think it was. I think we're all in our level 60s or whatever. It was just so difficult to level up at that rate.
So, do you think Rose has gotten used to us being around yet?
Yeah, I feel like she mostly has. She may be a big old scaredy cat, but she's pretty adaptable.
I'm not so sure. That fear of hers may run deeper than it looks. Remember, it was powerful enough to suppress even her prodigious resonance.
With the help of someone we know.
I don't have to apologize for anything.
But even so, Rose tagged along of her own volition. I'm sure she'll be just fine.
I want to believe she will. Human compatriots like Rose are 1 in a million.
In more ways than one.
Yeah, in more ways than one.
What's so funny?
I was just thinking, maybe we're the ones getting used to Rose and not the other way around.
Very likely.
You're talking to Lila and the others while they're invisible again, aren't you? Creepalicious!
Guess she's still got a ways to go.
It just takes time and patience.
I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of other things, like the fact that invisible Satan demons walk around town, that would freak me out more than the fact that there are kindred spirits talking inside my head. I guess it's because she can kill the demons, but she can't just stab Micleo. I mean, she probably could, but... Oh my goodness, there's no end to dialogue, is there? I picked up a truly delightful pipe from the sparrow feathers. Oh my goodness, it's the one I sold. Even the most distinguished artisans in town think it's a marvel. I'm rather fond of it, but I'm fond of money even more. I suppose I could part with it for, say, 5,000 gold? What do you say? Yes. Craftsmanship is fine, that's for sure, but more special is the wonderful warmth in which it glows. It's a pipe worth treasuring. Cool, we actually got the pipe back. I didn't ever think we'd see that thing again. So I guess we should probably go and take care of that optional stuff first. I'm not sure what actual reason I have to do that, aside from the extra AP and stuff, but...
Lastenbell didn't have a lord of the land either.
We did see a couple of Seraphim, but it didn't look like they were living together.
I can't see them, but they've been here the whole time. To think that it's always been like that is just... so friggin' scary!
But in the past, Seraphim were revered.
And in return, Seraphim gave the people their blessing.
That's how it was in the era of coexistence?
Yep.
But the humans came to only believe in things that they could see.
That can't be helped. There's barely anyone who could see Seraphim like Saray and Rose.
It's scary that there are people around you that you can't see, but at the same time, it's sad. It's sad that they can't be noticed even though they're there.
I wish everyone thought the same way you did, Rose.
Grumpy Dezel, I like the name of the next skit. I'm not sure, like, it's sad, but at the same time, I'm not sure most people, that's kind of the illogical thought. Like, if I told you, oh, there's an amygdala above you at all times and you can't see it, and you're like, oh, I feel so bad for it, it has no friends. I mean, you're just saying that because they look like people, honestly. If they looked like some weird Lovecraftian horror thing but were friendly, there's no way you'd think the same thing.
Do you want something?
Hey, you.
My name is Rose.
I know.
Then call me by my name.
Hey, Rose.
That's better. What do you want?
Quit doing stuff like that.
Stuff like what?
Riding on the shepherd's back like that.
Huh? Did you see that?
By chance?
Gah, that's why Seraphim freak me out sometimes.
It's careless to entrust your body to someone like that.
But that was part of the plan! To catch them off guard and then mow them down!
That's not something an adolescent girl should do.
Mowing people down?
Riding around on someone's back.
You're less worried about her killing someone, and you're like, no, you can't be impure. Murder's fine.
There's something wrong with a girl being carried on someone's back?
It's careless of you.
I told you it was part of the plan.
I give up.
I don't get it.
I think he's being pretty protective right now. Still, that's a weird mindset. Like, I don't care if you go around murdering people, but riding on a boy's back, what is wrong with you?
I can sense the ancient tongue. We're near one.
When the going gets tough, there's nothing wrong with sometimes heading directly from point A to point B, but every shepherd needs to dedicate time for training. You can keep tabs on the levels of enemies in your area by using R1. I did not know that. If they seem too low, why not hunt down the mutant Hellions hiding in certain fields or ruins? Not only are they a worthwhile challenge, the anomalous orbs they drop will increase your companion's health. Really?
Micleo, look! It's just like what was in the Celestial Records.
It's the Leaning Tower. I didn't know that it would be this big.
Wait, is that the tower in Berseria? Am I thinking of... Oh, jeez. Sorry, pig. I didn't notice you. Or boar, whatever you are. I know it said hold R1 to show the enemy's levels, but I don't see anything like that, unless it's saying in battle. I would like to find one of those super strong demons, but I don't see one around here. There's an exclamation mark on the map, though. Speaking of the map, let's take a look at that. Whoa. Okay, so we have some ruins, some other ruins, and then an exclamation mark at the very center. I don't know which is Pendrago, because it's not even here, but I don't think that exclamation mark is Pendrago. Is that a pipe? No. something else. Oh my goodness, with wide open areas like this, I'm bound to miss some little monuments. Oh wait, this is a dungeon? What? Okay, this is Pendrago. We're gonna leave immediately so I can go do the optional stuff before we go in here.
This doesn't look good.
We're in a foul place.
This feeling. We've been in places like this before.
It's a crucible of malevolence. They make Hellions fight to make them nastier.
Oh, this is like the freaking islands we went to in Berseria.
Venomization, a diabolical practice. It appears this ruin was built to do just that.
Who would make such a thing?
It's funny because they're like, man, this is so evil. Who would just go around killing aliens in these arenas? And then it switches to a scene of everyone docking on one of the islands of Berseria, and Aizen's like, I bet I can kill the most. And Rokuro's like, no, I bet I'm gonna kill the most.
I don't know, but there are several places such as this on the Glenwood continent. I had thought they had all been sealed up, but...
Looks like they're back in business.
This has to be held off. No question about it.
We'll stop this.
Something's blocking our way.
It must be to keep outsiders from entering. It's most likely that only certain people are allowed inside.
So, it's me alone, huh?
A solo fight. If it were me, I could ask for nothing better.
Thank you, Edgelord. Just kidding, I like you, Dezel. What the hell? So what's that place called, anyways? It doesn't have a name. I doubt I'm strong enough for... Oh, it's just a bunch of slimes that are weak to Amorphous. I don't have any Amorphous moves. Well, looks like we're just kind of... Oh, they're super weak.
Be gone! No escape! Ready? No escape! It's over! I won't lose! Sword flare! No escape! Freezing strike! I won't lose! Yeah! Be gone! Earth Dragon Fang! Flowing Surge! Yeah! Freezing Strike! No escape! It won't end here! Be gone! Strike! Yeah! I won't lose!
Oh my goodness, so you guys leave me alone? I need to engage you one-on-one or some such.
No escape! Renting Gale!
Man, they're kicking my ass right now.
Be gone! No escape!
Mainly that tree, because it keeps coming over here and, like, whacking me. By the way, the DLC thing gave me a few of these extra strong gels, but right now's the best time to use them, I guess. Ow.
Be gone! No escape! Not yet! Be gone! No escape! Not... Sword flare! No, let's get him!
Oh my goodness, more crustaceans. I don't think I have any crustacean moves, do I? I don't have any anti-crab moves. Oh, yes I do. I have Shatterfang. The perfect anti-crab combatant. I want Artorias just to have been sitting there like, you know who we really need to be fighting? Like, what, Artorias? We need to fight the crabs of the ocean. Artorias, why do we need to do that? Good thing I have developed these anti-crab techniques. I will teach to only the most skilled of shepherds. Need to heal, need to heal, need to heal. I know I'm wasting all these peach shells, but there'll be more that are viable later. I assure you.
That did it!
No, no, no. Oh, this is kind of difficult with Saray alone.
Last one! Yeah! Ready? No escape. How's this? It's time.
Shit, I thought I did the right move, but I totally didn't. And I'm gonna pay for that in lack of damage.
Yeah. Sword flare. Strike.
That's the one I was hoping
It's
to do.
over. That did it. Ha.
Ray, we need to move. Move and heal, boy.
Too close.
Once I got the combat system down, it's a lot of fun. You know, at the beginning of Berseria, or not Berseria, at the beginning of this game, actually, I was a little concerned because the combat felt very stiff. Like, an accurate comparison would be like, I don't know, like Street Fighter V to like Third Strike or something. But, you know, it's kind of grown on me. It's different and not quite as smooth as Berseria, but I like it. And I do also like the most the fact that I don't have to customize my own goddamn combo chain. Like, I have these moves and that's it. They will always be in these spots, so this is all I have to memorize. I hated the having to constantly go into the menu and change my moves up over and over and over again in Berseria constantly. I was happy that I had more moves, but so many of them were catered to so many different situations, it felt like I was spending more time in menus changing out moves than I was actually playing the game and fighting things, you know?
Yeah. Tiger blade. Sonic thrust.
Oh no, what is that? I don't know what that is, but I'm healing for it.
There. Yeah.
I like the fact these challenges are solo. Sir? What are you weak to? You're flying and you're weak to wind. Rending Gale is wind, okay. I've got your number, bird thing.
Ready? Strike. Rending Gale.
There we go.
Be gone. Yeah. It's over.
Damn, that move's hard to dodge.
Flow and surge. Blade bang.
Oh, and you guys did remind me, and so did the game. Oh my goodness, that hurt, like... No. No, that hurt a lot, please. Without my Seraph here, I don't have my auto-heal button.
Ready? Strike. Rending Gale. Be gone. Strike. Flow and surge. Ready? Strike. Not yet. Freezing strike. Go. What a formidable opponent.
That was fun. I like the solo challenge, honestly.
All right. It's settled down a bit.
Nice.
All purified?
Somehow.
I'm so sorry for making you go through this by yourself.
No, it was rad.
Yeah, we had it real rough too. Lila's been fortune-telling with her origami flower things.
Saray won't lose, Saray will win. Saray won't lose, just like that.
She left paper scraps all over. I had Meebo clean it up, though.
Of course, I believed in you, but it was just so...
Sorry for making you worry. Thanks, Lila.
I love how Miklio's just accepted the name, like he's accepted the name Meebo. I want Saray to call out his name to Armitage. He's like, Meebo. He's like, oh shit, that's not the right name. And he's like, really, Saray? Really?
No, it's fine. My fortune-telling was right after all.
Got earrings of radius. Rad. I love that. That was a lot of fun. But those make stat go down. Floric earring make go up. But stat, oh my goodness, that attack increase. Screw all my other stats. It's a 50 attack increase. Like I'm taking those off.
Why don't we take a rest and eat some snacks?
There's no time for snacking. We have to go do the optional stuff right now. Wow, Miklio, I guess because he has so many attacks, his focus is really low. Because focus, I believe, is what allows you to stun enemies, correct? And that's why it's such an OP stat. But because Miklio attacks so much and so often, his focus is really low. I remember when I saw the demo for this game, and I believe the demo was actually out in this area. And I mean, the demo was when they showed it off as a demonstration. And I was so excited, and I never even... That's a goblin riding a little ballista cart. Oh, he's so cute. Earth. And other stuff. Okay, Edna, get over here.
Whoa! That thing it's riding on looks way fun.
Fun? That's a Hellion, you know.
It shoots stuff out from its artillery, so be careful.
Yeah, but this time, I'm pretty... I think I want to start going through all of the content I can in games I enjoy. In fact, I kind of regret not going through Berseria's, endgame content. So I'm going to make sure, once again, that I do as much content as possible in this game. because I'm really enjoying myself, and I kind of want to take my time with it, you know? Like, I've had the urge to play this game off screen.
Sucks.
What are you
Not
talking
for me.
about?
It's nice and dry inside Saray.
That is whole new levels of creepy. Damn it! Why can't I be a dumb dry ghost too?
But much like Berseria, I think these two are the only games I have played thus far where I just sit around and I'm like, damn, I just want to play more. I just want to, you know, I don't think another game has quite hit me like that. Maybe like Danganronpa, where I'm like, I want to know what happens next. Sideburns makes you look about 70% more untamed. They actually require a lot of maintenance. You know, this game just gives me that feeling of like, I want to play and do things. I just want to get back to it. Meadow of Triumph. So what is this area? Mallory the Patinal Forests.
Is this the new hideout?
One of the candidates. I'll go check it out. Want to come?
I'm gonna take a look. Sorry, but wait here a sec.
So is this the objective, or did I go meet with Sergei and Pendrago? No, this is optional. Sick. Hey, Lila, what's up? Brad, could he be Rose's father? No, I know who her father is just fine. Wait a minute. No, that wouldn't work directly. I just thought about it, and now that I think about it, no, she's offspring of Rokuro and Eleanor. Well, Rokuro could be this old, Eleanor could not. So I was like, no, she's direct offspring of them. I'm like, wait a minute. No, that doesn't make any sense. They're, like, Eleanor's super dead by now. Either that or she used some weird seraphic power and she's, like, 1 billion years old and very wrinkly. A secret hideout. I bet you like the sound of that, don't you, Saray? Of course, we travel here, there, and everywhere as merchants. But we can't trust authorities of our nations, our cities, which is why we need our own private hideout. What about you, Dezel? Time flies by so fast. Okay, thanks. Our numbers have shrunk since the days Brad was around. On the plus side, though, the boss and the Ain twins are as sharp as they come. Ain twins? Roche. We first met Lenar 2 years ago, when he tried to steal from us. He said later he couldn't remember a time when he wasn't a thief on the streets. The Sparrowfeather sent him on his way with a few bruises to remember us by, but oddly he stuck around and it seemed he'd taken a liking to us. The guy always had been a loner. He told us he was glad to find companions at last. Wait, let me get this straight. That guy wasn't a Hellion back then, right? Unless that sneaky fox just spewing lies right from the beginning. It's all been business talk of late. I've seen more action with my abacus than my dagger. But then, if I think back just 5 years ago, I remember why this is a welcome development. We care. We care for guild members injured on the job for as long as they need. No questions asked. They're a family after all. We're all in this together. Our boss shares a lot of qualities with our former boss, Brad. Like him, she has this magical ability to knit a group together. The kids hunting down stragglers in the Volgren forest have now taken to hijacking folk, like regular mountain bandits. There's no turning back for them now.
Guess what? The Mabo curry bun was a huge success!
It might become the Sparrowfeather's most famous product at this rate.
Here's a sample. When you think Mabo curry bun, think sparrow feathers.
Thank you. That was a conversation with an Assassin's Guild?
Isn't it good that they're so peaceful?
It seems ideal for hiding away, but if we were attacked here, we'd be in a bind.
You're right. Well, that's that. Let's look somewhere else.
Sorry for making you all wait.
Boss, Talfrin's back.
Oh, how'd it go?
Well, the Mabo curry bun was super popular, and...
The Romano firm looks legit on paper, but it's about as shady as it gets.
More than 30 reported bankrupt families. The firm confiscates all the family's property and takes it as their own. And as for what happens to those broken families, well, take a guess.
There's gotta be a legal pitfall somewhere. Egil.
Have squads 2 and 4 back up Talfrin. Investigate the Romano firm and its surroundings.
Yes, sir.
I'll leave it up to you.
Even humans can make themselves disappear.
All right then, let's get going.
Sure.
Why can't I do that? I'm the shepherd.
That's my Rose.
That's my girl. He's really fatherly towards her, I feel like.
You scattered bones sure are on the same wavelength.
You think? Well, we are kinda like family.
Family, huh?
I wanted to ask you if someone named Brad was your father.
You mean our late leader? He's the one who saved me.
Oh, really?
Apparently, I was lost and roaming around the northern battlefield when he found me.
Just like me.
Seraphim don't have parents either.
You guys too, huh?
But we do know what it means to have a family.
Gramps was the one who raised both of us.
Same here. My friends in the Scattered Bones are like family to me, who took the same path I did.
You don't mind having to be an assassin?
No way! I'm grateful for it. It's better than us all being apart.
I have never seen you guys kill anyone for the entirety of this game.
I see.
So, she doesn't mind, huh?
Scattered Bones boss outfit. Oh, I want to check that out. Because the thing is, I like Rose's current outfit. Like, her default one is the best. Especially since all of her other outfits are just Alicia's, so... Oh, you can have her wear her Scattered Bones outfit, too. I kind of like it, but I kind of like her, like, normal outfit better. But this one seems more assassin-y, you know? I think we'll stick with it for a bit, but it just looks kind of weird, you know? She also get the mask and all that? Nope, I can give her sideburns. Those just don't even look nearly real at all. They look super fake. I'll have her walk around in that for a bit. Why not? Looks good. One step away from being like an Elder Scrolls character. Is that all there was to do out here? Just check this out. It looks like we could explore a bit, but I'm not sure if there's really a point at the moment.
See? I told you the Mabo curry bun would be a huge hit.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Hey, mind your manners, you two.
But we gotta eat it before it gets cold.
Yeah, that'd be gross.
I can't take it anymore. Give me a bite.
Yeah, sharing is caring.
Your manners, everyone, please.
You want some too?
Yes, please.
It's hilarious. Even the Seraphim are just freaking out like, no, I gotta have a bite. I gotta have one. Just one.
It'll retreat and emit sonic waves.
3 strikes and you're out. Whoops, wrong bat.
Oh, they're not that bad.
Let me tell your fortune. Please pick one.
No thanks.
Choosing not to choose means you're a short fuse type.
That's fortune telling?
I know you did, Soraya. I did too. It appears to be okay, yeah, whatever. Weaknesses and resistances. How long the damage gauge lasts during armatization is affected by the max hit count prior to armatization. Put another way, while deflecting enemy attacks, land weakness combos or consecutive hits. Once you manage to stun an enemy or give them a status ailment, armatize and give them what for. Simple yet effective. Oh, and I'm not sure if I brought it up or not, but if you remember in a skit earlier when we were going up the Spirit Crest to meet Edna, she was talking about some weird armadillo thing she wanted to see.
The power of purification ain't no joke.
It was like an armadillo curling show or something. I don't know what it was. Like a master armadillo curling show or something. Anyways, that's actually the same thing that Rokuro was talking about in Berseria. So I'm not sure if I brought that up or not, but it's there.
Call yourself a curlist with that form? Utterly preposterous.
Whoa! Guys, Lila's freaking out.
She's okay. She just has a thing for stuff that curls up into little balls. I know, it's weird.
A curlist strives to achieve the perfect sphere. In other words, physical realization of one of nature's ideal forms. Which means a sloppy curl is an insult to Mother Nature.
I think I kinda get it. Like spiral shells and stuff, right? They're cute.
Rose!
Look out, Rose, you're playing with fire.
So you do get it!
Wait, what?
Particularly the sublime curl of the turban snail. It's pure mathematics. I could gaze at it for hours.
Sure, and like egg rolls are totally yum. Oh, and round steak? Mmm.
Yes! Rose, let's start a curlist club. Just you and me. We'll call it the Curling Circle.
Yes, and our motto can be, the only thing we have to sphere is sphere itself.
We've lost her.
I'll quarantine them, you warn the others.
They're all such idiots, and I love them.
I remember this place was in the Celestial Record.
Oh, this one's actually a point of interest, though. I thought. Look at all those. Wait a minute. The goats on top of this rock are a point of interest, but the giant tower coming out of the earth is not. Okay, whatever. Goats of the cliff and steppes.
What a fluffy puffy goat.
A fluffagoat, you might say.
This is a goat? They don't look anything like the ones in Elysia.
Don't they eat paper?
Knock it off. You shouldn't give them man-made items.
I'm sorry. You're quite right.
You're very kind when it comes to animals.
It's more that you folks are too rough with them.
We'll leave it at that.
So, Dezel, would these be cliff-dwelling goats?
Yeah. They usually live their lives on the cliffs and go down to the grasslands only to eat. They even sleep on the cliffs.
On the cliffs? That's gotta be brutal.
Sounds quite uncomfortable indeed.
From our point of view, maybe. But to them, it might be the best thing in the world.
It's true that they probably have fewer predators to worry about that way.
What strangers feel as happiness is beyond our ken. Is that the sort of thing you're getting at?
Pretty much.
Are you talking from experience?
Interpret as you may.
You know, when you play Skyrim, and I've actually brought up the Elder Scrolls twice this day, despite me barely actually liking that series, but anyways, you know in Elder Scrolls game, when you ride a horse and you're at, like, a 90-degree angle, scaling a mountain, goats have that power, and it's terrifying. I mean, they can die, but just, like, the fearlessness in which they climb mountains is so... it's something. We've had reports of a violent criminal is hiding in the vicinity. Until the search is complete, this area is off limits to the general public. I'm not the general public, though. I'm a shepherd. Fine. I guess we gotta meet Sergei in Pendrago, wherever the hell Pendrago is. Whoa, look at that. I don't know what that is, but it looks rad. Meadow of Triumph. Oh my god, Heldolf is just right there. What the hell? He's just there. Hey, Heldolf, you want to talk? Hey, what you doing over there, buddy? What's going on?
Stand strong!
Oh my goodness. No.
Rose, get back!
It just killed her. I don't know what I expected. Why are you here? Why are you just staring at a cave? Why? I can't run away.
Weakling!
I'm locked in. I can't do anything.
Underestimated me, weakling!
Heldolf, stop.
You disappoint me, shepherd.
There's not even a retry button. Oh, that's great. Well, I know which way we're never going. One thing I'm saying, though, is one thing I'm hoping is that the finale dungeon in this game is not as draining as Berseria's was, because Berseria's dungeon was confusing, or the last one was very confusing and was very annoying. It's the only reason why I didn't even feel like doing the post-game content, was because that last dungeon drained me of everything and every will to continue. It was so much, or I would say it's very time-consuming just to go up to the top and down to the bottom, because there's actually no fast travel or anything up to the top of the tower. Every time you went down, you had to manually climb back up, and it was the worst. It was just... ugh. Pirlot's Pasture. Okay, the hell even... Pendrago is southwest of here. The Great Camelot Bridge is west. Okay.
At least I know where to go now.
Here, I'll do you a favor.
Spent a lot of time dilly-dallying around
It
here.
appears we're going to get skunked. They sure seem persistent.
I hope we don't get skunked. Even just driving over, like, one that's already dead is the worst. Just like, if there is roadkill and it hits your tire, you're done for. Like, your truck is going to smell awful for days.
Even out of the rain, it's still so cold.
I'll say.
Damn.
They've gone from scary to annoying. Still, to think Seraphim sneeze just like we do.
Well, after all of our fun adventures out in the forest, finding Heldolf when I obviously should not have, going in ancient ruins, we finally have progressed the story a little.
Whoa. This place is huge.
Yes, Pendrago is the largest city on the Glenwood continent.
Where can we find an inn?
I recommend the one directly in front of the plaza.
Oh, hey, there he is. Oh no. Malevolence, here we go. Stop it, Dial. They're just men. What the hell? Wait, why does he have one of their swords?
He's one of the Cardinal's subordinates. I tried to apprehend him, but well, you saw what he was like.
His movements were incredible.
You could tell, right? It was a Hellion.
The Cardinal's underling is a Hellion? Then
Forgive me, sir. He's escaped into the Shrine Church.
It looks like it's true.
I believe he was likely a messenger of...
I'm cold. You can blather on inside.
Tell us the details after we find shelter from the rain, if you please. Our friends are feeling a bit chilly, and even a seraph can catch a cold.
Friends?
Not that you could tell, since you can't see them.
Forgive me. I should have been mindful of the Seraphim's presence. Let us head for the Knight's Tower. Your wife sure is considerate.
Yep.
I actually kind of dig the look I gave Saray.
he still thinks they're married.
As her father, I do not say that she can marry this whelp. She must marry the perfect man. Before we do that, let's go in the inn. I just have to say real quick, it's not so much to me anymore, although I'm still enjoying it, but like, the first time I played Vesperia was just magical. Because I had owned an Xbox, but being me, of course, JRPGs are my interest, and on the Xbox 360, there's not exactly an abundance. So back when I owned one, I was just like, there's nothing good on this console. I think the other thing that was good was like Lost Odyssey, and I only got like halfway through that. Although it was really good. I did like the combat system. But when I played Berseria, it was such like a magical experience to me. I don't know why, sorry, not Berseria, Vesperia. And it was my first Tales game, and I was just completely enchanted by all these different cities and the amount of dungeons and the art, because it looked great. I think they used cell shading in that one. It's kind of hard to tell, so I haven't played it in such a long time. But the art looked great. The combat felt so smooth. It was just, I don't know, everything about that game at that time impressed me so much. So, yeah, it's just like, since I played so many Tales games since then, it's worn off a little, but still, sometimes just going to the towns in this game just, I don't know, it makes me feel great.
Something I want to tell you. since you've acquired the power to armatize.
Yeah?
Hidden arts are stronger than martial arts. Seraphic arts are stronger than hidden arts. And martial arts are stronger than seraphic arts. That's the basic.
He calls them seraphic, not seraphic, seraphic. And also, I've been told this a billion times, but it's gonna take me forever to remember this game of rock, paper, scissors. Honestly, when I started Path of Radiance, it wasn't until like the end of the game where I realized, hey, I have the weapon triangle down in my mind.
But we can only use martial arts and seraphic arts, which means that Seraphim aren't able to accommodate all types of enemies. You guys can use martial arts and hidden arts on your own. And during armatization, you can use hidden arts and seraphic arts.
Human, Seraphim, and armatization. So we can compensate for each of the 3 different types depending on how we use them.
Yeah. For example, for enemies that don't use any seraphic arts, it would be more advantageous if you armatize. Of course, you may encounter enemies which can be taken down more easily when you are not armatized as well. It just means that the armatization isn't all powerful.
Right.
There's the advantage of being able to concentrate 2 powers into one. But there's also a disadvantage to that as well. Assess your situation at all times.
Dazzle, you're a much better teacher than the other 2.
But the worst situation you can get yourself in is getting in a pinch from overthinking things. You gotta find your own balance out there.
I'll take things one step at a time. Thanks, Dazzle.
Dizzle, I almost just called him Dizzle instead of Dazzle. Dazzle's always there when you need him, you know? He may not want to be there, but he's there.
Dazzle's wind-stepping skill sure is useful in traveling around.
Yup. When you say wind, speed is definitely the first thing that comes to mind.
Wind isn't the only thing that relates to speed.
What do you mean?
Holds up scrapbook of pictures of Sonic. This is my god. This is who I follow. It's like, that's kind of creepy. I don't even know what that blue thing is. Like, it's Sonic the Hedgehog, don't you know? Also, I was gonna say, wind stepping in this game it feels quicker than the tombstone we had in Berseria. While the tombstone was on at all times, and a lot of people would argue with me like, oh, it's not that slow. When you're going across these wide open fields, it just, it was aggravating when you're doing a lot of backtracking.
There's only one source of power. And besides, there may be multiple factors that influence the outcome.
I'm not sure I get what you mean.
It doesn't matter if it's water or fire. You can produce similar effects depending on how you use those powers.
Dazzle, do you think you can teach me how to use them?
I can only teach you the basics. The rest all depends on you.
He says that a
Looking
lot.
out for others as always, huh, Dazzle?
Whatever.
He's so opposite of Zavid.
Hey, Edna?
What?
Aren't those boots a little big on you?
Got a problem with it?
Nope. Just wondering if it's hard to walk in those.
They used to be my brother's. He adjusted it so that it'll match my shoe size. Don't worry.
Oh, that's so sweet. I was saying that their boots look the same when I saw them. It's because he literally gave his boots to her before he became a dragon. That's really sweet.
Then how about those gloves?
We have matching ones. What about them?
They look great with your dress, though the overall look is a little strange.
My brother told me the same thing.
Huh?
Never mind. Just saying that you wouldn't be able to pull this look off.
Guess that's true.
Weirdo.
You made the Edna smile. I swear I spend more money on skits than I do equipment. It's so expensive just to get through all the skits at times. Especially with the low amounts of money we get. Seriously, out of any game I played on this channel, Berseria was probably the most money-stingy RPG I've ever played. As opposed to Path of Radiance, where I was literally rolling in money and making joke weapons, or some other games. That Berseria tended to be very frugal. Like, I could sparsely afford to make a set of equipment for a singular character without going broke. I think it was a little too rough on the money side. Where am I going? Knight's Tower? The hell's the Knight's Tower?
Whatever.
I don't think we've checked that monolith out yet.
Armatization. There is no time limit for armatization, but if your damage gauge is depleted, it will not be restored until you armatize once again. Your blast gauge also recharges faster in normal state. If you're okay in the HP department, but your blast gauge is running low, it's best to return to normal state to replenish it. Yeah, I have a lot of trouble bringing up the blast gauge. It takes a while. It takes a long while. Oh, there's a Norman on that bench. Geyser. Or Geyser. Got any equipment with open skills that can make it nice and pretty. Geyser. SC recovery when damage received. Here you go, Dazzle. Just throw that on your weird necklace thing. You know, Norman are kind of cute when they're not constantly at your party squawking at you. You know, that makes them way more cute, actually.
Snacks are done.
Thanks, McLeo. Maybe we can serve all the knights ice cream and get on their good side. This is the Shrine Church. This is not the... Weird, their voices aren't playing. So that's the Shrine Church. That is not the Knight's Tower. I love how everyone has such work-intensive jobs. Saray has to keep on the lookout for all these ancient ruins and things. Lila is constantly in a state of... I actually forgot what I have Lila doing. Oh yeah, she's healing us and patching up our wounds. Miklio's constantly making food. Jezel's letting us run. And all Edna literally has to do is check the ground every once in a while for a few pennies. My job is so hard. You guys don't even know.
This should be a better place to talk.
Did everything go okay? Can we get in the church?
I secured the permissions, but after that last incident, I'm afraid we're likely under high scrutiny.
So what else is new? They weren't big fans of us in the first place.
Yeah, good point. We've got nothing to hide. Let's do it.
Look at that. Ever since Rose joined up with us, I feel like Saray has become so much more proactive.
It's almost like she replaced that girl that was with us before. What was her name? I don't know. I can't even remember.
Too bad it means that much more trouble for us.
Thank you.
It was my decision to begin with. And besides, I've really wanted to see the shrine inside the church.
There's something about you that reminds me of the Pope. He too would never hesitate to spare expenses for the sake of his people.
Oh boy, another masochist.
I see.
I've prepared lodgings for you. I pray that the Seraphim will also be able to rest well tonight.
But Captain, it's been 3 days since last we heard from Boris after his infiltration. I believe we should hurry.
Who's Boris?
The rain may be affecting our food supplies, but I shall prepare our famous Drago stew for you.
He's avoiding it.
Aren't you the least bit concerned? He's your only brother.
I do not wish to burden you with my troubles any more than I already have. Please rest for now.
I wonder where that scar came from.
It's a kind offer. Let's take it.
We will. Thank you.
We have more brotherly issues in this game too, huh? If anything, Captain Sergei is overly earnest, but that's why we'll stick with him. The duty to advise the young Emperor should not fall to a single party, be it a Knight Squad, the Church, or any other body. It seems like at times like these, Pope Mastera would know what to do. I have yet to meet this Pope. I also have no idea where I should be going. Head to the inn. Oh. I was just there. I came all the way here for you to send me
sure
back?
Seems like a good guy.
He is. Though I fear he may be a bit too genuine and sincere to command the knights.
I agree. I hope he has what it takes.
We've got plenty of worries of our own. Let's not get hung up on other people's issues.
Well, Saray's kind of ill-fit too, because in order to be a shepherd, you have to find decent balance. And I guess Saray can kind of see that, as where Artorias is probably the extreme in shepherdly duty. Like, Artorias was no one for balance. He's like, I'm going extreme lawful or chaos. Matt boy.
He betrayed you's turtles. It can't be forgiven. Wait, what? Is that what he said? I think I misread that. He better be waitins with his heads up from his shell. Oh yeah, I made a new maps. Yes. What's up with you guys? First we lose the Emperor, now the Pope disappears. I've no idea how things will turn out now with the Cardinal holding the reins of the country. If there are miracles going on like everyone says, then I wish one would come along and fix this incessant rain and unwanted war. What are you talking about? The rain's great. The war is not so good, but the rain's great. You don't realize how much you miss the rain until you don't have it. I mean, too much rain can be bad, of course, but...
Phew, now that was a meal.
Hey, learn some manners.
You sure can eat.
So can these two.
It was surprisingly good. I couldn't help myself.
Drago stew, 85 points.
My policy is eat while you can.
Thank you, Gordon Edna Ramsay.
It's been ingrained in me since I was a kid. That's the law of a soldier.
A soldier, huh?
Soldier? Aren't you and your buddies in an assassin's guild?
Well, you know, it wasn't always like this.
I need to change the color of
We used to
Miklio's
be
glasses.
just a band of mercenaries. Not to brag, but they called us the best on the continent.
Is that right?
That's it for me. We've got a job to do tomorrow.
Is Rose's band of mercenaries the one you mentioned before?
The Wind Riders, I believe.
I think I've heard of them. The tale said just 100 of them could scatter a force of 20,000 men and capture 3 castles in one night.
Yeah, they were a legendary band of mercenaries. It's no wonder Rolance itself was their primary employer.
They sound crazy strong.
Strong and loyal. To the point that even the Emperor of Rolance trusted them like his right-hand man. Isn't that right?
It's true. Was true. But then, the Imperial family of Rolance ended up stabbing them in the back, along with the very one I'm seeking vengeance against.
The Imperial family joined forces with Hellions?
Is it that surprising?
I guess not. People and Hellions aren't separate entities after all.
Very true. You can even consider them 2 sides of the same coin.
In fact, if the Cardinal's power is somehow linked to a Hellion, things start to make sense.
It looks like Rose snuck out through the back. Can't take my eyes off her for a second.
Hey, Dazzle!
Oh no.
I wonder if someone ordered an assassination.
Who? And was she asked to do it by herself?
Either way, this is bad.
Yeah, we can't go around hanging out with assassins. You have to turn down your assassination duty while you're with us. You can go back to it once we're gone, but I don't need word getting out that the shepherd is with an assassin. Alright, seriously, how do I get up there? I think I have to go up here. This kind of reminds me of the big city in Berseria. Can't remember the name of it, but it's the one where Artorias
What's
gives
wrong?
a speech.
Why are you all here?
That's what we want to know. Where were you going?
Oh, just taking a walk. Thought maybe I ate too much.
You don't have to follow every whim that pops into your head, damn it.
We thought you might have ditched us to go assassinate someone.
Not yet, silly. That comes later. It's from someone who lost their son in the war that just broke out. Kill the one who started the battle.
What kind of assassination is that? That has so many factors. So many reasons the battle started. You'd have to kill like dozens of people. That is the worst assassination, like, invitation I've ever seen. Like, yeah, just kill everyone responsible.
The invasion was proposed to the Emperor about a year ago. in documents bearing the name of Pope Messedra.
Huh? You're gonna kill the Pope?
Hold on. How do you know someone didn't just use his name? I thought he went missing after all.
Maybe. But then again, maybe not. It's awfully close to the time he went missing. We'll have to investigate further.
And what if we find out that he's bad?
If it's evil, the Scattered Bones slay it.
Even if it's the Pope?
The Pope, the Emperor, even the Shepherd. Oh, was that inappropriate?
I'm not a fan of that last part, it's true.
It isn't like we walk around all stabby. We make sure what kind of person our target is first.
I think I understand you better, Rose.
Do you now? Well, that's good.
I'm starting to understand too. Why she bears no malevolence, that is.
It's because she truly believes that the people she's killing are absolutely evil and there's nothing wrong with it.
Because she's as nuts as he is?
Rose would certainly never tell a lie, that's for sure.
She was always that way. It's in her blood.
What's with you?
Was the Pope the type of person who would just up and start a war?
That's certainly not the impression of him we got from Sergei.
He's the de facto leader of a powerful country. He's probably got more layers than you'd think.
So I'm gonna end the episode here. I'm having a ton of fun, though. Like, just walking around the world and doing things it's so entertaining. I didn't think it would be, but it's really entertaining, especially when the environment complements what you like. Like, I really tend to enjoy rainy environments the best, so when I play a game where it puts me in that environment instead of, say, the goddamn desert or just a generic forest, I get it's really calming. It's hard to explain, but say, for example, you want to see a type of weather condition in real life that you have almost zero chance of seeing except for the right few days of the year, and then you get to see it in game. It's just amazing. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Please leave a like if you like this episode, and if you want to become a member of the Dust Brigade, just click subscribe. Thank you, and I will see you on the next episode of Zestiria, where we will probably be doing a lot more plot stuff. Virgil, Mikleo... Wait, it's not Mikleo. Virgil Saray out!